hanging out in the news studio today with meteorologist Jacob Dickey, ready to answer all of those viewer-submitted questions you have. All right, we're talking fog today.
Yeah, we've had some fog this week out there. That tends to be fairly common in the fall months. Have you ever driven in fog?
I have actually.
Yeah.
I know you're going to make some joke that you think I'm always in a fog. I already see where you were going with that.
No. I am a very polite person here.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some fog here. How does fog form? I know that's a question we get all the time.
It is.
People are always asking, hey, it's been foggy the last few days. How does fog form? And so I've got some graphics here. So let's talk about it. Here's the question. Look at that.
Look at that.
Fly it on in here. How does fog form? You can be like Vanna White if you want. Here's your chance. Ta-da, there it is. Perfect. How about that? So we talk about fog.
I missed the swipe. Okay.
Yeah. We talk about fog here. You know, you drive in it, you see it, and it gets kind of foggy out there, and that usually happens at night and into the morning hours when we deal with it the most. We talk about the ingredients of fog. First off, if this is your neighborhood here, and you've got to have a couple of things in place. First off, we need a clear sky. So you got to have a nice starry night. That's one of the first things we look for here. We don't want clouds. Those clouds can actually prevent fog aloft, so a clear sky is the first step. The second step is we need a calm wind, very light. Now, if it's entirely calm, oftentimes we won't get fog, we'll get dew instead. But if it's just very subtle light wind, you wouldn't even feel it. That's going to help us form fog here. And defining between fog and dew is sometimes a little bit tricky for us. So that could be something that we keep an eye on. So watch this here. We get that. If we get those recipe ingredients in place, we get that fog to settle on in. And a lot of times you wake up in the morning, there might be some patchy fog out there. There also are different types of fog. You ever seen fog over a warm body of water during the winter time? You've got steam fog, you've got radiation fog, you've got advection fog. So not all fog is the same, but all fog is technically a cloud. So you've been in a cloud.
I didn't know that.
Yes, you've been in a cloud if that's the case for us.
Now,
I'm ready for the next question.
Okay, I was going to say the leaves are already starting to fall.
Right.
Fall starts this weekend. When will the leaves start really changing? I have seen a few trees peaking with some fall colors.
Yes, there have been. And some of that actually has been not because of the necessarily normal fall changes. It's been the drought stress that has been bringing some of those leaves because they kind of change color and they fall really quickly. That's more a sign of drought stress than it is actual leaf drop here. So when we talk about fall, first off, if you didn't know, look at all these leaves. Can you see these leaves falling in the studio now?
Look at that.
Fall begins Saturday. Saturday is the first day of fall. We actually have a fall front coming through this weekend, which by next week then we'll have some more of those 70s back on the board for temperatures here. Let's talk about why fall is the case. Now we're going to get outer space here, and you can see here this is the Earth, the equator. The sun actually sits directly over the equator here, and actually the class I'm teaching at Parkland, we're talking about this upcoming week here. That line to the north is the Tropic of Cancer. It's at about 23.5 degrees north latitude, 23.5 degrees south latitude, the Tropics of Capricorn. The sun during the summer sits more overhead. It moves into the northern hemisphere. At fall and at spring, if you look down a west road, you'll see the sunset the Saturday night, assuming we don't have clouds in the way. You'll see it set directly west. And then in the wintertime, it was over the southern hemisphere. So they get summer weather down there. We're in wintertime when the sun's there. So that plays a role in it. Now, for the fall colors to change, Heather, a lot of folks wondering. Currently this week, we're kind of in minimal. Some of those changes due to those drought conditions. But over the next couple of weeks, we'll start to see patchy. We think in about 4 to 5 weeks, we'll be at that peak level here. And then 6, 7, 8 weeks starting to get past peak conditions there. So Vanna White it for me. What's your favorite level here?
I am ready for 5 weeks.
You're ready for 5 weeks at peak?
At the peak.
And some areas may see it a little quicker as well. If we get more of those cool nights like we've been having, that might help speed it up a bit. But we're probably 4 or 5 weeks from really getting that magnificent color here in Central Illinois.
Okay. Which season is your favorite to forecast?
I'm a spring lover, severe weather season, that transition. Some people really like fall. Fall is the season of death. Everything's dying in the fall, right? Leaves are dying, plants are dying, you're going to the dreary winter, but life in the spring, it's uplifting. And that's when we get severe weather and usually get in the storm tracker.
Okay, I love that power of positivity there here in the fall months. All right, if you have a question for Jacob, maybe he'll answer it next week. There's all the ways that you can connect with him, and we appreciate him having us here in the news studio with his fun little reality graphic.